Coronation Street Spoiler Special. Midsummer mayhem leaves Weatherfield reeling. What begins as a fun-filled midsummer bash spirals into a night of chaos, danger, and dark consequences, leaving 9 young Weatherfield residents changed forever. In an explosive new storyline, Coronation Street is set to shake things up in Weatherfield this summer with a gripping and controversial plotline involving 9 of its younger characters. Adi Allahan finds himself at the heart of the drama when he decides to throw a house party that takes a harrowing turn. One that could have devastating consequences for more than just his friends. The spark. Bernie's advice turns risky. The seeds of the chaos are sown when Bernie Winter notices that Adi Allahan has been acting more like a middle-aged man than a teenager. With Dev still away in India, Adi has taken on more responsibilities at home, and it's starting to show. Seeing how stressed and withdrawn he's become, Bernie gently suggests he needs to let loose, have fun, and reconnect with his youth. At first hesitant, Adi takes her words to heart. With his father out of town and the house to himself, he decides to host a midsummer party, a night for his closest friends to blow off steam, reconnect, and forget the pressures of the world outside for just a little while. But what starts as a celebration quickly spirals out of control. The guest list. A gathering at number 7. Adi invites an intimate circle of friends to the house on Coronation Street. His twin sister Asha Allahan joins the festivities, along with goth queen Nina Lucas, troubled Dylan Wilson, outspoken Amy Barlow, reclusive Lauren Bolton, kind-hearted Summer Spellman, and bold newcomer Betsy Swain. The evening kicks off with laughter, snacks, and music. There's dancing in the living room, photo-taking in the kitchen, and impromptu games in the garden. The atmosphere is light, fun, and carefree, the kind of night they all desperately need. But their peace is about to be disturbed by an unexpected and unwelcome visitor. The intrusion. Brody Michaelis brings trouble. Enter Brody Michaelis, a name that sets off alarm bells for some. Known around the area as a shady opportunist, Brody shows up uninvited, claiming he was told about the party by someone on the group chat. From the moment he walks in, the energy shifts. Tension begins to bubble beneath the surface as Brody starts asking around if anyone's looking for something stronger. His intentions soon become clear. He's there to sell drugs. Specifically, LSD. Appalled, Adi confronts Brody in front of the group. A heated exchange follows, with Adi making it clear that drugs aren't welcome under his roof. Brody is forcibly ejected from the house, but not before sowing a seed of temptation. Summer's risky suggestion. With Brody gone, the atmosphere slowly returns to normal, until Summer Spellman reveals something that shocks the others. While on a recent trip to the US, she experimented with LSD and brought a small amount back with her, just in case. Her confession creates a ripple of interest, especially from Nina and Adi, who are both curious about the experience. Nina, dealing with internal turmoil and recent emotional strain, sees it as a temporary escape. Adi, eager to shed his uptight image and live in the moment, finds himself conflicted but intrigued. Eventually, Adi agrees to divide the LSD into 3 drinks, one each for himself, Summer, and Nina. They raise their cups in a whispered toast to freedom, to fun, to doing something wild. But fate has other plans. The mix-up. A dangerous mistake. Just as Adi lifts the drink to his lips, a knock at the door pulls him away. He places his cup on the side and rushes to deal with the unexpected issue, leaving Summer and Nina to sip their drinks and begin their psychedelic journey. Moments later, Adi returns, only to find his drink missing. Someone else has taken it. But who? The fallout. Lauren's descent into darkness. Across the room, Lauren Bolton, who has been unusually quiet all night, begins to feel strange. At first, she thinks it's just a headache, or maybe the heat. But the lights blur, the walls bend, and her thoughts twist in on themselves. Panicked and disoriented, she stumbles out of the party into the night, desperate for air, for clarity. What she finds instead is a terrifying experience she never saw coming. While the specifics of what happens to Lauren remain unclear, early teasers suggest she finds herself in a vulnerable and dangerous situation, one that could alter the course of her life, and leave the entire group shaken. Meanwhile, Summer and Nina lost in a psychedelic dream. Back at the house, Summer and Nina are deep in the throes of their trip. Their laughter turns to whispers, then to quiet dread as reality begins to warp. Seeking comfort, they flee the party and make their way to Roy's Rolls, which has been closed for the night. Somehow, they manage to unlock the cafe door and slip inside. Surrounded by familiar things, chairs, counters, the smell of bread, they try to ground themselves. But the silence is eerie. Their hallucinations intensify. Every shadow moves, every sound echoes. Suddenly, they hear the piercing scream of police sirens cutting through the night air. What's happened back at number 7? Nina murmurs. The answer to that question could tear their friend group apart. Questions, guilt, and a shattered peace. As dawn breaks over Coronation Street, the hangover is not just physical. The consequences of that night are far-reaching. Police and paramedics arrive at number 7. Neighbors gather on their doorsteps, whispering and speculating. Rumors begin to spread, about drugs, about danger, about a young girl seen running down the street in distress. Each character is left to face the fallout in their own way. Adi is riddled with guilt. He wanted a night of harmless fun but feels responsible for what's unfolded under his roof. Nina is haunted by fragments of the night, unsure what was real and what wasn't. Summer must confront the fact that her choices had unintended consequences, perhaps even criminal ones. Lauren is deeply traumatized and may struggle to talk about what she experienced. Amy, Asha, Dylan, and Betsy are left confused and conflicted, unsure how to support their friends or explain what really happened. As the group faces questioning from police and scrutiny from neighbors, alliances begin to fracture. Secrets threaten to spill, loyalties are tested, and the truth about what happened, and who took Adi's drink, remains shrouded in mystery. The bigger picture. A new era for Weatherfield's youth. Coronation Street has long been praised for tackling contemporary issues through character-driven drama, and this latest plot promises to continue that legacy. From peer pressure and drug use to trauma, consent, and accountability, the Midsummer Party storyline touches on the real challenges faced by today's youth in an increasingly complex world. It also paves the way for deeper exploration of characters like Lauren, Summer, and Nina, offering insight into their inner struggles and vulnerabilities. For fans, the story promises a blend of suspense, emotion, and social relevance. For the characters, it marks a point of no return. One reckless night, 9 young lives, and a street that will never be quite the same again.